do it this way. Okay. Alright, guys. Sarah. Oh, yeah. Hi, Deborah. They're actually really good today. Sarah. I just got in, grabbed a quick bite, checked on family that things are going on, make sure everybody's okay before I've got to leave again here shortly to get some more things done. Absolutely. All kinds of good news today. 'Tis the season. I actually woke up like I took a nap, a very brief semi nap, because I've not really been sleeping. Right? I always call the next state in between. But the first phone call was pretty good this morning. The rest of the day's been decent. And I assume and hope that will continue to be the trend today. So, anyway, although I gotta tell you, probably should have not grabbed lunch that included garlic. That also makes me want to semi nap. And ain't nobody got time for that today. And I really don't even want to give this time, but it's best that it not gain traction. So, this was garlic aioli. Fairly decent version of. Mm, dear. Say what, Lynn? Have you met these people, Lynn? They have no boundaries. moral compasses. They just hear about the drama, man. Hear about the bullshit. Talking on both sides of their mouth and their assholes and whatever else suits their needs and wants at the time or whatever bills they have to pay. Alright, well, at least how it's gonna go, so. Yeah, alright. Alright. Blank screen has problems, as you can see. Not today. Not today. Nope. Not today. So anyway. Yeah. Alright. So, let me see. It looks a bit as if certain people have not got enough attention, or, they need to keep it stirred around the name, right? Got to, because they've really got nothing else right now to feed them, or feed with, and whatever. But, anyway. And they also want to discredit and do the normal shit, right? Because continuing pain in their ass. They don't like me much around here. That's okay. I expect that trend to continue. I gotta tell you though, this is how much attention I pay to them. Apparently, there was a video put out 5 fucking days ago by a doofus that's notorious for talking shit everywhere. A baby channel they're building there, right? And I didn't notice it. I didn't give a shit. Ain't my thing. I don't live here on YouTube. So anyway, it's bad when others that, usually send shit along didn't even notice it. So apparently it wasn't getting as much traction as they wanted, right? So then they had Gavel go in and use the bigger numbers to spread it and such, and say some of the dumbest shit I've ever seen. But anyway, I just want to ask if Gavel understands that these tags here, they're just evidence of who you're connected with, and that's called evidence, dear. That you feel the need to tag all the very people that are in the little criminal ring that, that we all know you're working with. Now here, tell it your specialty before inserting yourself in Summer's case was sitting back and supposedly being very discerning and very hardcore and whatever, with with cases already taken to court, right? And somehow talking about those amongst yourselves and whatever fucking group you were in and making sure information was correct. And so I don't even know what kind of cheese that was, but whatever. It's where you should have stayed because you suck at this. Okay? You suck. Honestly, I don't know what the fuck you were doing even talking about case is already in court either, because you couldn't discern a real criminal from an innocent person on your best fucking day. Uh, and dear, it's real weird that you want to give me the name Jody Loaf. Like, are you body shaming other women? What are you implying there? Like, I don't really care, but critical thinking minds don't really do that. Yeah, there's a term for that, by the way. Um, you know, argument off person, but I gotta tell you, you of all people saying or calling someone else Jody Loaf, when it took all of us having to work out a fucking puzzle to even figure out that you were trying to tweak in front of Summer's face at the party vigil you held while pulling more crimes, for this group. Because there wasn't very much there on your body that enabled us to discern that there were separate sections. It was sort of like a squashed cupcake, about 4 days old, being dropped on concrete patio and bouncing. But when somebody else tell you that that's what somebody's doing is twerking, well, you have some fucking audacity calling somebody else a loaf. All right, honey. Anyway, yeah. However, I don't like body shaming because it's about the argument, debates, and facts for me. Yeah. So anyway, all of which you have not. Alright, so apparently you've entered the realm of active cases here, and you're real confused about how those work. Alright, so here's the thing. Skilo puts out this video 5 days ago. Doesn't pick up enough traction. They use you, and you volunteer. Probably getting paid for. Definitely going to profit off of after the attention you get today. My name, Summers, and the drama you just put into her case by doing that. And fucking it up a little more. Okay? Jenny? Jenny from the squashed cupcake block. So, now, what you're doing here, Jenny, because I don't think you understand it quite yet, is you're fucking around in an active case. You are tampering with, fucking with, and helping terrorize, with this group, this group you kindly left evidence for, that are all named in all of our complaints and all of the police things that have been targeting and terrorizing. This is called evidence, okay, sweetheart? Evidence. Alright. You got the timestamp on that? Have you got the fucking timestamp? Because I'd hate it if you didn't have the goddamn timestamp, okay? But, Gavel, after putting this out, then wants to get the facts, supposedly. Alright? Right? Yeah. Alright. And definitely putting this out to create a narrative and a spin because it wasn't picking up from. Yeah. So they had to have a bigger platform to push it out. Try to push the narrative. And of course, the anti-space safe space, who's already been turned in for death threats and such, that one, who has admittedly, and the police do have her calls, and the feds have, and all that, with working together with a group, and oh boy, it's long, dark, and deep there, Gavel. I'm not sure if you're aware. Has now taken it, others have taken it, the usual that you meant to. So anyway, but anyway, Gavel here posts this first, then wants somebody to help her get it straight. Alright? Quote, I'm trying to get this straight. Jody Loaf You're telling me everyone how you're telling everyone how horrible 423 Chase slash Brad LaShawn is, right? Question mark. Okay. Well, we have all noticed that Jody Loaf projects her negative traits, thoughts, and actions onto others a lot. No, no. Everybody has flaws, Gavelgate. Everybody. Okay. I just know monsters, shitty people, and shitty little wannabe Scooby Doos when I see them. You suck at this. And I mean, if you feel like the shoe fits, though, when I speak, I can't help your feels about that, okay? Um, but calling them like you're seeing them is not protected. We've also noticed that she claims, you see the language? There's a conspiracy network of spiders. See, this is how much attention she pays to anything I say. Anyway, working to discredit her with extreme cycles. Interesting. You'd say that, Gavel, when you tag all these people. Same ones I speak of who have been turned in by many. Even in other cases prior to Summers. These that other sheriffs around the country have named to get the fuck up out of cases. No, they wouldn't be working together in a network like other police departments around the country have named, right? Gavel, you okay over? Are you following? Okay. That leads me to wonder, what were you and Chase working out on your planned meetup, Jody Loaf? Were you planning how to work to discredit the people who don't need to conspire to show your lies? You know, the people you and Chase both would like to hurt because they recognize lies from you both. Or were you lying? Yeah, alright. Again, she says. I also want to know why you thought it would be a good idea to knock on Scott H's door. For what? P.S. Jody Love, you are a creator, regardless of what you call yourself. You are pure drama slash crime, regardless of how many times you say you are. We see you. Yeah, no, I'm not. And I don't care how many times y'all say that. Not a creator. Um, so, Sassy, we're not going to talk about my son, and when and where he goes is none of your business. So anyway, yeah. So, alright, Gavel, since you have so many questions, as you help this group you're working for, and you're so curious about Scott H., right? Scott H. here, who fucked up your precious database with Linda. Remember that? And then all of a sudden you turn to the dark side and timing lines up for you to suddenly start sitting on BK's panel and being like, Jody Sue's sus, even though a month ago you were like, yeah, Jody Sue's not guilty of anything. Yeah, and even, further in than that. Yeah, you remember that? Pepperidge Farm remembers that. Jenny? Gavin? Kramer? So anyway, yeah, but Scott H. of the Tribe Linda, who fucked up your entire database. Then you turn to the dark side and start hanging out with BK with whatever's left of your hot-ass garbage. You self-proclaimed former criminal hacker, but you're done with that life now, right? Alright, yeah, okay. I mean, there's a sucker born every minute. There really is. Jesus. So anyway. All right. So you ask the questions, right? All the hard questions. So let's see here. All right. Oh dear. And y'all can see all these TMs obviously involved here with trying to put out partial messages, right? And pushing another narrative to try to discredit. This, for some reason, never occurs to Gabble, right? Super Detective Gabble over there. Just like it didn't occur to her, her database was fucked up on purpose, and she was hurted and manipulated and fucked with on purpose to turn to the dark side and to work with after shit was, it was never good anyway, but she wasn't aware until it come out that Linda with Scott H fucked up her database. Alright. And then they started melting down about that. They're like, almost everything we have is all fucked up because of Linda. Now what are we gonna do? And then they go work with fucking BK over. And then all of a sudden the turn goes, right? Right. And mind you, Gabble also, even a couple weeks ago, this group won't even turn over the receipts of the reward shit to her. They don't want her to see them. But yet now all of a sudden she's like, what are you doing around Chase? Well, I don't know. Do you even know the first fucking thing? I'm going no. Because you weren't around, you don't know. I mean, you were around, but obviously weren't paying attention like you don't most. You just listen to shit in the background. You giggle, I guess, online. I don't know what the hell. Ah, there we go. Finally. Alright, so... Alright. Here we go. Gavel. You got questions? I got answers. Instead of narratives to push and getting paid for, right? And that you're helping with. But, yeah, especially with the evidence you left behind today. So thanks for that. I appreciate you tying yourself in openly to help target us by tagging all those people in this fun narrative you're helping do because it didn't quite take off like this group wanted it to. So anyway, alright, so May 13th. May 13th. And as y'all can tell, TM's obviously wanting to give out those pieces of conversation, right? So they could push more narrative for her. To try to discredit me. But apparently this is not obvious to Gavel. But as you can see, let me see if I can get it in focus. Yeah, okay. There you go. It's like you around, then she answers at some point there on May 13th. Yep, sorry, I was in the shower. I was like, you said Scott brought Chase in, right? Which I knew better than, but anyway. Or was it just that Scott knew Chase and hated him? She goes, no, it was me. As in, it was her that brought Chase in. Okay. And I was like, question mark? And I just wanted her to confirm on text, because at this point she was already hiding her videos and shit, where I knew she'd said a million times that she was the one responsible for bringing Chase in and getting him, right? So I needed it in text. Okay. She goes, I found him because he drove through the meadows, and I had just done, I guess, a video. I literally found him myself. The ego on Princess, I'm telling you. The video I had done was this one. Hold on. I have to unlist it. See, like I said. Be right back. And I was like, but Scott had issue with him immediately. Or did it take a bit? TM says he always hated him with a passion. Like actual hate. And I was like, I'm going to go talk to Chase. Because this time there was shit going on, right? But, let me see. It's the 13th. You all can see it there. So, there you go. Now, I've never been to Chase's. I've only met Chase the one time. But he's been doxxed. I know where he's at. I had questions. I want answers. Chase has sort of reached out to me by his plain way by pushing information. So I was like, well, fuck it. And around here, we're raised to be like, I'll go knock on the door and talk to somebody. I don't really have anything to fear. And if they don't want me there, they don't want to talk to me, then so be it, I'll leave. It's that simple. So anyway, it took a bit, but not sure if he kept it to himself, is what she said. And I was like, And she goes, he always hated him with a passion, like actual hate. I'm going to go talk to Chase, I said. And then she unlists the video. Right? See that? And her response to, I'm going to go talk to Chase, is holy shit. Because, you know, girls like this are used to saying, grab a link. Not, well, fuck it. I'll go knock on the door and ask for answers my goddamn self. Yeah, they're used to calling people Jody Loaf online type of motherfucking bitches. Not that I'll knock on your door and ask questions in a polite manner first before I just go assuming it's been a narrative type of bitch. Yeah. And she goes, holy shit, please be safe. I was like, then I'm going to go knock on Scott's door. She was like, well, keep your camera on at all times. Don't let it turn off for your own safety. Record everything. I was like, nah. And she's like, okay. I was like, I'm trying to make sure I'm right today before I go visiting, right? Alright. And she goes, okay. If you need me for anything, just call. Please don't let anyone set you up, slow blink, like to hurt you. I was like, if I'm right, Scott is just down the road in a place that fits those rocks. See, this tells you I've had no contact. I don't know where the fuck, you know. And she goes, Chase was obsessed with getting on your property. It just worries me. Do you have someone to protect yourself at all? Uh, that's a weird question to ask. And I was like, I don't need others to protect me. True story. Hold on. She goes, yeah, I'm asking if you have something to protect yourself, not anyone else. I was like, besides, I have no intention of causing any trouble, just talking, and if asked to leave, I will. And I was like, I wasn't raised to be a bitch and carry weapons, laugh out loud. And I was like, I wonder if SH still has the hands vid up. Oh, and there's helpful TM with everybody's everything immediately, instantaneously, right? Right? Yeah. And she goes, it's up. And I was like, that was quick. Really was. And she goes, I saw the message come across my screen and grabbed it from his channel. It's right up at the top. This was so long after. Anyway, but I was like, he never shows any wrist areas. She goes, why would he risk showing his hands with his tats if he doesn't want to be identified? That is a question I've been asking myself the last couple of days. What are you thinking about him not showing his wrists? I was like, that was for another reason, because this person has tats everywhere from wrist upwards. I was talking about another one. Anyway. I thought might be, right? And so it shows you. Right. And she goes, a sleeve. I was like, feet, legs, is what she says. And I was like, but only a 4-year time span for the bird tattoos. And she goes, they look like shit for only being 4 years old. And then I'm like, and unless they were done in jail, they wouldn't be that badly faded in 4 years. And she goes, my ex had tats all over his body. He was covered and they didn't fade like that. And she goes, that's what I'm thinking too. Right. I was like, and Scott H is pasty as fuck, so sun damage doesn't apply. She goes, I think Scott has a longer record than anyone. I'm not going to disagree with that. And, but I was like, unless his history with Tucker Drywall and Linda was less than 4 years ago. But Scott says that it's a 20-year history around them all. TM goes, how are they that bad within 4 years? I was like, but Info has this person in their early 30s. Dad and he lived together and own a car type of business. Right? That's who I think SH is at this point. Tim goes, he talks about his dad a lot. He says he has a son that has grown out of the house. And as you can tell by the dates, this is all one conversation takes place on May 13th. Oh dear. I was like, yeah. And then one of the other answered, yeah. And then I was like, I think that's bullshit, and it to something. And she goes, and he doesn't have a daughter because he used to say if he had a daughter, he would want her to be just like me. And then she goes, I think everything is bullshit with him. Yeah. Weird. Scott wrote her panel first upon entrance in YouTube land, huh? And I was like, he may have had a kid, but a bit younger, and he has no visitation, or etc. I was like, his voice isn't old. You know. She goes, even the fact that he says he doesn't leave the house, so no one will ever question if he's standing next to him in the checkout. Alright. And she goes, yep, agree. And I was like, his accent's always fucked me, though. It's not East Tennessee, right? She's from Virginia, maybe Texas. It's like, it isn't ours. If it was, then I couldn't hear him, if that makes sense. She goes, his accent's pretty distinct to me. He doesn't sound like all of you all, but I notice it fluctuates a bit through Tennessee. I was like, his is empty. Yeah. She goes, some have a deeper twang than others, and he doesn't. Almost like it's non-existent, in my opinion. I was like, if he was incarcerated a lot, it might make sense, though. She goes, possibly. I was like, especially if sent for time out of state, which does happen if they're sent from here, and most of the time they'll go up to a Midwest area sort of prison. A lot from the country, like around the country, go there, and then it mixes their accents to where they're almost like a thing. You have to hear it, you know. But anyway, that's what I said. And she goes, had to have been a long time to get rid of it because even my New Hampshire accent hasn't left me, and I lived there for several years as a babe. I learned to talk in New Hampshire. How do you lose an accent? I don't know. I guess it's possible. So as you can see, I don't know Scott. And if you recall, this is the time when I'm playing the video where Chase obviously is saying that he knows all the shit about Scott. And that the dude's not what he seems. He definitely has a history of beating women. Can't contain himself where it concerns drugs, money, can't quit spending. He's nothing like he seems. He's a fraud and a con. Remember me playing that video for you a couple, I don't know, maybe 2-3 weeks ago, right? Yeah, I played it. It's here in my videos. And, I was like, well, fuck it. Chase might have the answers. And he seems alright sending along information to me, so why not? With his doxed location, go ask. Who the fuck Scott H really is? Right? Right. Makes sense to me. And here we're Braves with balls. Not, grab a link! Like, and it's polite behavior. Like, and it's just polite questions. I have no intention, as you can clearly tell, in starting trouble. I say that. There's no law against knocking on somebody's door and being like, hey, if you'll talk to me, that's cool. If you don't want to, I'll leave. Definitely better than these jump out boys stalking people and everything else, though, right? Right? Yeah. One of these wannabe jump out boys and fake feds and such. Shit. I just go up to your door and I'm not nicely. That's it. Normal human behavior. Fuckers. Anyway, I was like, the black raspberries odd too, especially in that shade and with that much green on them already weeks ago. I was like, but they do grow here some. The other info I've dug up throughout the months on SH doesn't match much what I suspect is recent bullshit being fed to me. She goes, black raspberries aren't supposed to be there in April. He did that late April, like the very end of the month. You probably will have them around now, but really shouldn't have them yet. No. She knows the fucking area or anything. That wasn't really the issue, because they do grow here. Just like I know those formations of rocks only occur in certain areas here, locally, right? Just like I knew the sky didn't match up at the same time in my life and his going at the same time that day. I was like, it's been odd though. She goes, yeah, things are changing environmentally, I know. Or I don't know. And I was like, I compared then. Um, and that was May 13th. And then May 14th, she goes, I'm going live today. If there's anything you need me to put out, let me know. I just unprivated the live with Cam from the other day and renamed it Cracking Lies. I went to bed really early last night, drinking some coffee, gonna lay in the sun for a bit. I'll be live probably around 1 to 3. And see, she does this for no reason, but it was to make sure I could get my hands on a piece that I needed where Cam had lied about my son and said on TM's live that, yeah, it had been confirmed it was not my son on the property, and then immediately got down, went on another panel, immediately, and then started saying the opposite, right, and lying and creating the narrative and part of the targeting cycle him, Scott, and the rest are working on to terrorize, target, try to get to me through accusing my son, which is a repeated cycle and pattern, Gabble. Yeah. And then TM here, she's like, do you remember Don talking about the yellow car the cops told him was flying away from the area? And he said the four-door yellow car. Right. This was on the 14th, I think, when she was talking about this. And see, the spot that Scott, where he self-doxed himself, is just a couple seconds away from Warriors, right? Park and the horse stables. It's just right there is where he's supposed to live at the dock's location. And there's a yellow Mustang that sits there and such across from. And so Tiffany was trying to allude to the fact that she thought maybe Scott was sus. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Whatever. Um, but as you can tell, uh, as you can tell, if you see the full conversation instead of what Skilo put out for Tiffany, but it didn't put up enough traction. And then Tiffany and Lim have had Gavel put out so it would be seen by more, and then Gavel connected herself by adding everybody in the group they're actively working for and have been for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. Now, the very group I say is targeting me. But if you see it, it's very much a narrative to make it look like I know 423 or Scott, right? Or that I'm gonna do something nefarious to Scott or something like that. It's a narrative. It's manipulation. It's to mind fuck you all. It's to pump out misinformation and more drama and bullshit. You know, full on creator drama there, gavel. See how that works. Into Summer's case via YouTube. So, see when it's in full context. Yeah. But see, for all they say they listen to me and get their timestamps and all this shit, well, they must have missed that video just a few days back where I played that. Right? The fucking video where I was like, here's Chase saying he knows all the shit about Scott. But that was during that moment, so. Let me see, Gold Coast used to be very much because Benny, she started with him, like Chasing Justice did. And Chasing Justice, you know, and all that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, and here she is, because she's notorious for it, talking shit about Don B. Because I really don't like Don B, but here she is talking about Don B. And Doug. And I don't think it's generally about Summer for him. It's his old beef with Benny, and that annoys me. But it's okay for you and your beefs with people to push narratives about him and harm Summer's case there, huh, TM? Just like it is for you to have people like Gavel everywhere pushing shit narratives for you to target people around Summer's case while you go over there and pretend and fuck off, right? And pretend you really care about Summer. Oh, my favorite May 3rd TM here. Hey, I'm just watching you catch shit on all sides and letting you know I'm here if you need anything. Hope you're alright. This is getting really dangerous, and these people on YouTube don't understand the repercussions once they put all this out into the internet world, into the minds of people like this. I assume she means you all as subscribers and chat members. People like this. Implying she knows how easy subs and things are to mindfuck. Is that what she's saying? They're looking for someone to blame, and you're it. I've always got your back. I care, and I see fully what is going on. Make sure you are taking care of yourself. You have to put you first always above all this online. I've needed someone to be there for me. I know you don't really lean on anyone throughout all this, but it's okay to vent if you ever need to. I don't know what I can do to help, but if you need anything, just let me know. Yeah, there's the, like, do I look like the type of chick that's gonna fall for this bullshit where they're gonna be like, "Aw, we're besties," and let me go vent to her and tell her everything? I'm not. That'll never happen. And then, you know, the missed calls and TM, blah, 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 right? But, you know, okay, let's see what else. Oh, and here she was wanting me to do a copyright takedown on Dolly. For no reason. She just sent me the shit. She just sent me this shit. Out of the blue. Gave me the timestamps and everything. wanted me to target somebody else for her. She wanted me to help her take down Dolly, man. And I never did do that, but yeah. Like the fuck? Bitch is nefarious, y'all. She's always having somebody do her dirty work for her and hands off, but always hiding in the background on her top level drinking tier monetized platform bullshit. I mean, seriously, she just sent me this shit out of the blue. Like, she's like, fuck it, take down Dolly. What? No shit. It's kind of rolls, man. Square world over in YouTube. And June 20th. I was like, why in the fuck do these adults take this drama bullshit so seriously and feed into it, buy it, drink it? I just do not get it. Even after 6 years in QAnon welfare, misinformation, hell, I will never get it. And she goes, people get lost in their own heads. I think why crime tagged you for devious reasons. And she says, Carl is too dumb to realize who they really are and what they are. But he will. So there she is calling Carl dumb, but Carl, and this was during her period of Carl being like, bitch, you didn't donate no $1,500 to Summer's Marathon. It was a fake check, lady. She was mad. Remember how she was targeting Carl just a couple days before me? Remember that? Oh, and right above that, she's talking shit about Bones / Siggy. She calls her Veruca. And then sends the picture, There you go. There you go. She's already got something said by somebody. Oh, and she's deleted the messages, it looks like, from about AB. But that's okay, I've got them screenshot. It's fine. Interesting. Um, oh dear, TM, how many of these are you trying to hide, girl? You went back there and cleansed the shit out of stuff, didn't you, honey, to show it as clean receipts? I bet both are missing on your end now, huh? I bet you cleaned this spot for your own screen. Oh dear, you cleaned those too? Holy shit! Look at that. So she shows you these messages ever, and they've got these in them, but then they conveniently shit looks like it's like, well, TM looks like she's been cleaning. She's been doing a cleaning party to clean up messages. Oh boy. Oh, they're still on my side, and I got the screenshot. It's fine, TM. But when you show them to people, I hope you show them with the TM deleted this bits. Mom put my zip code out and told everyone to call the postmaster at my post office, tell them that I'm receiving illegal drugs from Canada. She thinks I get my weed from him or assumes he sends me shit. This is randomly. I never talk about her ever. She pinned my city and state and zipped her screen telling people I'm getting drugs in the mail. Lord. Lord. Oh, yeah. But do y'all see any on my side where it's like, oh, I deleted, I'm back here and clean shit? No, I didn't. Hmm. Let me see. Privacy takes forever. She shouldn't be doing that shit. Oh, goddamn, TM. You really been having a house party with the cleaning, ain't you? Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Oh, look at you go. You don't see that shit on my side. Huh? Huh? Damn. Okay. Let me see. Talking shit about Ziggy. VPN, VINs. She's talking about Ziggy. She has no regard for anyone. She says, BK's original vid. Can't access the damn email on laptop. Oh, no. That was the takedown. She goes, I didn't come in today. I don't know. I don't fuck with why crime, incognita, or Carl. Not after what has been done the last couple days to me. They all have some fucking nerve, she says. I was like, apparently you're most of the vid, though. And she goes, are you live right now? I was like, no. And she goes, oh, you're talking about the video. I was like, she goes, yeah, I listened to it. And she goes, I listened to it. I was like, I just finished one making Fizz look stupid for like the third time, and I did that week. Hence the reason BK had Ziggy start up live with his title to extra bids-ish. He was pissed. Whole Viper's Nest is over. She goes, I don't know how I'm supposed to get proof of something. I mean, it's back to her. She just ignores everything. I don't know how I'm supposed to get proof of something I wasn't involved with. It's like Scott H. and the waiver all over again. But we all know that's a motherfucking lie. Right. I did. It's goofy. It's goofy as fuck. Boy, this house cleaning party she did. Interesting. God damn. TM, you've really been at it, huh? Look at that. I don't know if you're wondering what the pic is. This is supposed to be a pic of the real Scott H that he showed on one of his lives very early on of himself and whatever, but who knows if that's fucking real or not. And Tiffany's like, yep, he really did show that. But like I said, I was like, who the fuck knows if it's really him? Me, I feel like it's somebody else's for sure. But yeah. See, most of these are voice messages. She don't want anybody she thinks to hear what she was saying. Oh dear. Oh dear. Bless it. That's not how that works. A, they're recorded, dearest, and B, all Facebook data holds that. So all I've got to do is re-download my data and it's there. It's also not how it works for the cops either, dear. Um, oh, here she is, talking shit about Lip Lock and Piper. Right. But it's all bullshit, right? All of it. Because they all do work together, dude. Right? They all work together, but they all talk shit about you. Part of it's to manipulate and try to con like people like me into thinking they don't work together or make us doubt, whatever. Damn, cleaning party all the way to the pictures of Squall. Jesus. And I like how she terms is like, she's all like, Summer really would love you and her brothers. Y'all tell me I'm sick and disgusting. She talks about me like I'm the one that's never met them or something. That's how crazy this bitch is. Summer would, really love you. And I think her brothers will appreciate you one day. The same children I've fed, clothed, been around that were always like, hey, Jody Sue. Every time I saw them, you mean those kids? But here she is, acting like she's the one that's lived next to it, and like I've never met Summer in my life. The fuck would she know about Summer? Right? And it's like, at this point, it's about Crystal. And I was like, how? She goes, this is the thing. She says she drops a lot of names freely. I got through half the same. She puts a crown on your head and doesn't even. Uh, I was like, question mark? And she goes, Crystal on her name dropping. Happy Father's Day. You do both jobs and then some. I was like, how does that place a crown? She's like, she hangs on your every word. She gives you so much power. People do it to me also. But Crystal is not doubted you like she always said she did. Everything she says, her answer is you said it. That's what I mean by the crown. She goes, Crystal's a hot fucking mess. Wow. She's all over the place. I asked her if she realized you have been saying this all along. This isn't new. What does she think she's going to expose? And I told her, I was like, that's not power. It's pathetic. People are mentally missing something in their lives. Dispersion, etc. Outright monsters find perfect homes to abuse here. From imaginary perceived platforms of greatness that allow them to hide, profit, and torment openly while being cheered on, interacting with, or being one, or being noticed by either any is bad. This place, these people, they aren't fit for much other than as examples of what not to be or not eaten by. There's no true power here. There's only darkness, weakness, emptiness, and the never satiated guts of monsters with hyperfixations on innocent lives, destruction, etc., and lust for imaginary power, hollow love, fickle acceptance, and profit on real blood, lives, and heartbreak. This place warps all. But Tiffany thinks it's power, so you can see how she thinks. Somebody hanging on your every word. She's like, people do it to me too. I don't want that type of shit. Y'all know I don't, right? But she mistakenly comes at me like, oh, it's power and whatever. I'm like, ew, cringe. But she enjoys it, obviously. I don't, right? And I told her, this is not power. It's weakness. Taking advantage of others and doing what's done here is weakness. Thinking that people hanging on your every word is power. It's not power. It's not power. And see, she's trying to figure out how they, because at this point she has slipped, right, her tongue. She was like, well, she was asking me questions and audio and stuff and things. And she go, well, he's not real tech literate, though. And it was, there you go. She's working behind the scenes with the rest to help with Monster and bringing him out. So there's the admittance, right? It's Freudian slip on her part, but I called it. And what she's trying to do is figure out Monster's personality so they know how to manipulate him, right, into targeting him when they bring out his thing just a few days later. Right? This is what TM's trying to do with this question. How would he react to a bunch of people praising him in a chat? And if you watch, they cleanse the fuck out of Monster's chat. No real questions, no real this. The only ones allowed are. And they knew a monster like that would react to praise, and he will. So, it's going to get nasty, right? Like, would he like that shit, or does he not like attention? She's trying to figure it out for the group. Gavel the group that you, her, everybody else are working with to fuck with others, to bring the monster about, to triangulate and make Monster think it's about him, but really what it is. And then, and here she's proclaiming that none of the other creators give a fuck about the mess they've made, But I guess she does. Right? Weird, huh? Weird. As you can see by the mess she's still creating, right? As they're all creating. in November. She goes, yeah, been the last couple days, but it will blow over. I did a stream yesterday morning really early and said everything I need to say. I'm tired of the bullshit. I was like, I'm wondering why they're trying to fuck with me, harmful me, and targeting you, AB, and MA, etc. She goes, I'm wondering why you trigger Penny so much. She went pretty sideways ballistic over me, even playing your video the other night. But I've always played your vids, so it makes no sense. La la la. She said, went down, came back up. And here she is, being the first to reach out in November. Right? Well, after I'd already cussed her in chat. I told her to fuck no and wouldn't speak to her or whatever, but yeah, it's I just listened to your last 1 to 3 uploads like I'm an idiot and don't know the game by this point. I understand you don't want any profit made off of using your videos. I just turned on my monetization the night I played your videos, the night before last. Making money on my videos. So that was a surprise to me. But she said she just turned it on, so I was at a surprise. That it was enabled, and I'm sorry if it was the wrong timing. She turned it on, but it was a surprise to her that, okay, but she doesn't know how to turn it off. I don't know, make it make sense. I've chosen throughout my time covering crime I wasn't going to profit off of Baby Cash Garland, Dallas, Texas, or Sweet Summer. At this point, I've decided to go forward with my monetization, but I don't want that to give the wrong impression to you, and I believe, shut the super chat off when I'm streaming you. I just need to find out where to do that. Anyhow, I'd like to honor your wishes, as I do have many videos you've released on Facebook concerning summer, and want to know if I have your blessing to have them up, or share new ones going forward. My intentions have never been money, not in 4 years, so I just wanted you to know. Please let me know if I have your permission to play them still, because I don't want to disrespect by any means, and if you'd like me to have monetization turned off for them, I can absolutely do that. Because as you can see, even in November, I was hardcore like, fuck anybody trying to make money off my shit, and and yeah, and then she's raised a bunch of shit, obviously, whatever. Anyway, yeah. Strange world, really. Anyway, so there you go, at least for now. Right? But yeah, as you can tell, which one that is, Donna, and I don't care what he says. Oh, dear. And CM has something to say. I assume it's probably got to do with what happened and transpired past couple days. Oh well. Don't really care. So, like here locally with CM, as he was here. So, I'd take that with a grain of salt too. Don't really care. So anyway. Yeah. Oh dear. So anyway, as you can tell, from the first of the video, yeah, and moving forward with messages that, you know, the little snippet TM put out, and then it didn't catch on, so they had bigger eyes, like, Gavel, you know, bigger sub, bigger group, put them out to try to push the narrative. Right? But then here's Gavel giving you the narrative. Jody Sue's whatever. She's full of shit. She's a liar. Why she know Scott? Why she know Chase? Right? Well, yeah. Right? But if you have all of the messages, and all the context, you see that I clearly don't. And that it's a narrative that Gavel's pushing and doing it for the group. She's trying to make you think I'm crazy and making up and nobody works together, right? But yeah, she's tagging them all, including the fella, you know, Scott H. up there, who fucked up her database with Linda, and then she didn't see herself in Chroma. Well, she did, sort of, because certain timelines, conversations from elsewhere add up to that. She's telling them one thing, working with them, knows it's wrong, and also still thinks I'm innocent, a Cecil in the background, but is already out here making me look sus to the world for this group. I mean, you know. So, yeah. You know, this group. All the ones that are working with the usual suspects there. Oh, look, there's Andy. Yeah. Same ones with the hit pieces days ago. Same ones working behind the scenes for Monster. Oh, yeah. But there's Gavel trying to make me look like, right? Narrative's pushing this, the other, but doing exactly what I'm saying they're doing. And trying to make you all think shit's how they make it look, not how it is. So tell me about those spiders again, huh, Gavel? And I'm a liar, Gavel. Tell me how I'm wrong, Gavel. Hmm? That I'm making it up, wearing tinfoil, I'm crazy. Gavel? I guess you should have loafed some more and stuttered a little bit less and over your own fucking shit. And studied just a little harder on psychology and crime and real criminals. And you don't find it odd though that Scott and Linda fucked up your database and then you were pushed with what info you had left to BK and pulled in and probably tied up before you could get out of the criminal behavior or stuck. But you seem to be enjoying yourself with all the little threats you're making on camera. I guess you think you can also edit out and pull the mean girl shit in just as bad as TM, talking about people's looks and personal lives and all that shit instead of having true debates and arguments and all that, you know. There's a term for that, by the way, Gable. And like, you know, the whole cutting electricity thing and all that, you think police won't have access to if you click, you know, the whole nine. I guess when you were doing cases already in court, you missed how evidence works and what cops and feds are truly capable of. And how, I don't know, with your former criminal hacking that you were up to, but you no longer participate in, couldn't possibly be why BK loves you so much, would it? Jenny, she did. Throughout the marathon stuff, her cash up and shit would drop. I mean, like, yeah. And it's always kept even now. She'll tell people, what's at the top somewhere where my mamas can get it, or you can email for my cash apps and PayPals, because I don't put them out here. Yeah, TM shit's always available. But most of her shit's made in the background, too. And then she has others selling her merch, obviously. Wonder why that is, though. You ever wonder why she has others selling her merch for her, but not on her channel? You ever asked that? I kind of wonder a lot. I do. It's so she can continue to look like this saint and pure whatever around summer and follow my lead with the not making money on. She can offer that out to others, but she's actually making most of hers in the background. So she can keep an image to mind fuck and have people drink Kool-Aid with, because as you can see, she thinks that's power. I don't. It's not power, it's weakness. You get your own power from your own self from inside, not from taking advantage of others or, you know, having others leech under your every wrong word or narratives or targeting others or harming real people. That's not power. That's not Sun Tzu level shit. That's con artist shit. That's liar shit. It's not power. Power is knowing who you are, not trying to fuck with others. Power is leaning down and reaching down and helping your fellow man and making a better society and wanting better for the people that are around you, including maybe anonymous people you don't even know. Want a better society. Reaching down and building it up. Not creating discord and anarchy and harm and mind fucking people with drama that ends up harming real lives. It's not power. It's not power. It's satiating a void within oneself by abusing and harming and hurting others. It's greed. It's fulfilling a need and a void of your own. It's not power. Power is not having power over others. Anyway, apparently, Gavel there, she doesn't see anything wrong with what she's doing. Doesn't know what real evidence on tagging herself is with the same group she's trying to make people believe I'm crazy and making up stories on, while she's making up a narrative about me to help that very group do exactly what I'm saying they're doing to me. She just showed herself being involved in clearly once you see the entire conversation, and she damn well knows it. Don't let her play fucking stupid. She's not. Okay? So, she knows what the fuck. Okay? So, there you go. Who's lying exactly? Who's spinning narratives? Who's the creator, dear? I didn't create. Because, see, truth is not creating, Gabble. You created today. And today I still just remain the neighbor. The neighbor with the children who witnessed the 15th, who lived in that road. And on that hill. Who doesn't like people like you very much. Or these other creators who I'm telling truth about too. That also won't let you see all the fucking receipts still. That also participated in fucking up your database, and then when you didn't have anything left, using and manipulating you and mind fucking you, and you didn't see it coming. Or you did, and money talked, and you went to the dark side. And now you're participating in the crimes against and around a real active case, not one you're watching on TV or in a Discord with other homies chilling, making sure you got the timestamps for all that and all the data correct. But apparently you don't either see what's happened to you and how you were fucked with and drawn in, or money talked. One or the other, and I don't care which. But see, I didn't create like you did today, Capel. Truth stands. Your narrative sucks. The one you fit out for TM sucks. To the very group you just tried to make people believe that I was targeting falsely. And that I'm crazy and whatever. So welcome to the club, Spider. I guess you didn't listen well either, but fuck it. I guess we'll coin it that now that you have. Didn't listen or what. But regardless, welcome to the club. Not that I've not known you've been here for a bit, but create that bitch. So, guys, are we clear about how this bullshit's being done today by Gavel because it didn't pick up enough traction like TM and them wanted when she let out the snippet to push a narrative through Skilo's channel 5 days ago, they pushed it out by gavel and tagged the entire group that she's saying I'm lying against and wanting the narrative pushed that I knew Scott and Chase and whatever and all that to you all, everybody. Are we clear about after showing the entire message in context? Are we clear? Because sometimes I know I'm not very concise and everything's a big picture for me and I'm not easily digestible because I don't really do narrative shit. I do whole picture shit, and that's what this group relies on, is that people's attention spans are low, they don't watch a full video, they don't, you know what I mean, with me. So they can get by a lot with the narratives and spins and such, right? Okay. So, yeah. But as you can see, I didn't lie. I'm not a liar. Hell, Gavel just tied herself to the whole goddamn group in that post while calling me the fucking liar and saying I was the nut job. And I was saying this for, you know, you've seen it for yourselves. What she's trying to put out, what her and Tim are trying to put out, etc. Trying to discredit my voice, etc. So, she's helping with that. Gave the evidence by tagging everybody else. You know, blah, blah, blah. And we all know which panels she's been sitting on and who with, which is Scotch and all, I mean, the whole fucking crew she just tagged. We know that's been going on for a long time. After Scott H. and Linda, who I'm sure, you know, was thrown overboard and blamed for the whole thing, because it was, that's what they come out, they were crying, they were like, everything, like 90% of our database was ruined by Linda, who we trusted, and then they went to PK, and all that, right, a few weeks back, blah, 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 after they had nothing left, yeah, it was, a flower power. I've had a bunch of stuff I'm running day to day, and one of those was when my oncologist. Yes. And I didn't take it off because I forgot about it. Lord knows the raise hell about that. But yeah, so one of the group spiders trying to make you think that I'm woo and trying to push a narrative to you. 4TM, make no mistake about that during this cycle. I'm not lying about. And like I just showed you, there's a full picture. Full picture shows that exactly what I said. So, take it as you will. Take it as you will. Done with the dumb shit. These people make me yawn. Did you, Mountain Cat? She didn't get a notification. So anyway. So there's their feed for the night. They get to go yell at chat and try to twist some words over here. Play parts of whatever the fuck. Hoping eventually I won't flag reports. And then edit a video when they threaten me some more. Encourage chat to do things like come cut the power lines to my house or anything else, you know, really. Oh, you know. Pertaining YouTube receipts will hold up for they themselves in court. And they scream, we didn't know. We weren't working with the group targeting real witnesses and their children and stuff around a real case, sir. We swear. All those tags on panels we said I'm working with them and doing databases in the background and all that and targeting real life and helping target and target known witnesses at that. and knowingly doing so prior to doing so. Oh, not a smart move. Not a smart fucking move, especially in the breakdown on a video. But this is dangerous. You know, remember that? Pepperidge Farm remembers that struggle. It's there. It exists for all of eternity in data. God, I'm gonna start that. Anyway, yeah. So yeah. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Was there cheat? Where the hell was that at, Sarah? What I missed that at? Ah, well. Damn. Lori, I smoke way too fucking much talking to y'all. Because I'll figure I barely smoke. Honest. Swear it. Oh, it's almost time. I've got to run here in just a minute. I'm going to get some Gatorade first, though. Quite frankly, I need to do something. Get some fluids. I had fluids today, but I may vomit. Oh, hell. Yeah, that's going to happen. Oh, and at some point I will start boxing shit up more. Set stupid pace, you know, my phone was doing the stupid shit tonight. I'm not watched, I was told about it, but apparently Keys like had to stop the video and be like, look at the yeah, we made it clear on video we've been packing up certain stuff. Things are a little everywhere. Bless. Oh, I can't vape. I really want to quit again, but dude, every time I've quit in the past 2 years, something catastrophic's happened. My doctor does this conversation. And even they were like, yeah, don't quit smoking. I was like, no shit, right? I quit smoking and this. And then I quit smoking. Or no. Yeah, I quit after. No, I quit smoking. Then this. Then I started smoking again. I had to stop smoking before surgery. I stopped smoking in like 3 days. And then I hadn't smoked for eons. And then, like, you know, to me anyway, but I wasn't craving or anything then. I come out of surgery and stuff, and my pap passes. A few days later, I start smoking again. And then I quit again, and when I quit again, summer vanished. And so, yeah, nobody right now is getting me to quit smoking again. Nobody. Because nope, not this year, bitches. Some sort of jinx. Fucking meteor will come down and, like, destroy the whole earth or something if I fucking try to quit. I swear, it's what it feels like, right? That's what it feels like. And I'm waiting on a phone call. Oh, come on. Oh, they do, but they're hard to find, Ocean Tide. God, I loved those things as a kid. I'd probably honestly still, but they are really hard to find. You can sometimes, though. Those candy cigarettes. Have y'all tried the new wax candies? You know, like the little bottles, liquid wax. They don't taste the same as when we were kids. We used to love those things, but they don't taste the same. They've changed something in the wax. It's no good. It's no good. Yeah. And I don't know if it's where when you become an adult, you know, you have so many taste buds stuff. It's like when you're 5 and can't stand kale, but then when you're like 15 or 20, all of a sudden it's like, well, kale's not so bad. It's because you lose so many taste buds as you go, you know, every so often. I assume, right? Maybe that's the reason things don't taste the same, but I don't think so. I think they're taking out all the real shit and the good shit, and it just don't taste the same. You just don't. Oh dear. And I think it was 5P that did the sticker, and I think I owe them a thank you. I was not paying attention. I was throwing up receipts, right? So I can try to stop some of the fuckery around here. But even in doing so, you know, they're going to take that shit and run with it tonight. Okay. Create more drama, but there's my effort at stopping them from being able to pull in more narratives and keep pushing more shit. Showing them for the fucking liars they are. The creators. The motherfuckers, the criminals who do not want attention on themselves, their crimes, manipulations, mind fucks, gaslighting, real targeting and terrorization in real life of real people around real crimes. Yeah. As they try to discredit and quiet the voices that out them. Like they've been trying to do mine for a year now. I'm like, why? Like, ask yourselves why. Do you really think it's them trying to discredit me about summer? Because they still use time on everything. Do you think it's that? No, it's not. Because I'm literally like, I've never really been anything other than, well, this is what we've seen, heard, and knows from our standpoint. Um, no, Mountain Cat, I said it because she absolutely is a racist. Go look up, go look her up, man. Not just under her like thing, but and she's doxed herself. She's put a real name out one of them, but it's Karen Shale. But you can find all kinds of exposés on Karen Shale, and you can dig around or whatever. But oh yeah, there's videos plenty out there of her dropping the N word and all kinds of shit and conning other people and then crying about it. I mean, the exposés are endless, but yeah, I very much did call her that because she very much is that. Just gonna call it like I see it. And then she's crying like she's the victim, and then there's something she says about a little girl from an eastern country, and and then there's pictures she supposedly put out there of a minor that was nude, that had been taken as, I don't know, and then she really terrorized another cancer patient until that girl died, and told her, oh well, didn't fucking matter, fuck her and fuck her cancer, and did, and that she's calling people out of supposedly school shit, and it's always, well, HVAC this, well, rent that, seriously, go look her up. It's years of it. She's been booted from other communities because of it. Now, I Harold from Georgia, so I don't know which peach tree she shook from, but it ain't the same peach tree I shook from. Rotten fruits. Maybe Southern, may have an accent, but I was raised better than that. Sorry. Not sorry, in the least. I was raised to love everybody, and not to see people, stand up for right. I'm just, fuck that. So, it's what it is. Yeah, but, yeah. Thank you, Dollar Bear. Anyway, so that's how today's going, guys. And I don't remember what I was talking about before I got distracted there. But, it's been a long day. And it's going to continue to be long, I guess. Maybe. If not, well, tomorrow, right? Tomorrow. It does get hard sometimes. Peace bugs. But I'll tell you, I've not liked a lot of people in my life, but never once has it been based on skin color, who they love, how they love, gender, never once. We don't do that here. Yeah, well, I told you all what the hell those being dragged from the drama, because they're dragged from the entire drama community, right? I told you what they were going to be used for, and to avoid them, I did. When they first come, I told y'all. And not in a very vague way. I was like, they're going to be used here shortly. Y'all don't. Just don't. I told you. And then they built them up for a little bit, tried to. And Jody Sue was not wrong again. I told you. And who were they drugged into this community by? About like 423 and Scott filmed themselves. Oh, yeah, that's right. And who's the ego tripping princess? Oh, she's responsible for this community and building it. This is hers. But then when crimes happen and everything else, it's like, we're different. I don't even speak to y'all. I know what you're talking about. And fuck all y'all. And the fake fights and the resets. But they're all laughing at everybody in their chat and subs behind the scenes going as they count their dollar bills, y'all. It's all a fucking game and a joke. As they take advantage of you all, as they terrorize the shit out of us, as they destroy missing and murdered children's cases, domestic violence victims, murder victims' cases. They laugh at all in the background, counting their dollar bills. Not really, Jenny. still hides. I don't think so, Peace Pugs. Not enough. And I think that it needs to continue and why it needs to stay. And I want to know, this right here had me curious, quite frankly. Well, it's on that phone. I screenshot the first version. Yep, it's been edited. Yeah, okay. So this was edited, right? You see how it says edited there. But the first version had her worrying over, well, the light you say you're gonna, throw and whatever, right? Out. Looks like for some reason Gavel's awful concerned about what that light I'm talking about might be. Now, why would you be concerned about that unless you thought you're part of the fucking darkness? Here's my favorite part, though. And the thing about this is, in the earliest post, now, Gravel may not have these, but those of us who lived on Ben Hill and stuff, including my ex-pseudo, MIL, and all the others, they were actually looking at Dobbs and such. Have these things. Damn, I really spelled it for the nickname too. Lord help me. Okay. So, was that it? Okay. And this is her other aha moment, because apparently she was on a bender yesterday. Here she is with her aha. Jody Loaf. That Dobbs guy did not have his head shaved on, blah, 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 blah. Oh, and then here she is tagging, herself with the same crew. Again, evidence. So anyway, and please shot. Oh no, it's in this post. I was wrong. I'm sorry. Did not shave his head. You can clearly see that. We've all been over this, and you're trying to make him look suspect for some reason. Please shine that light you keep talking about quickly so you can step back and give your family, friends, and health the attention needed. First of all, she needs to shut the whole fuck up. It's because people like her know that could happen in the first place. She needs to go uninsert herself and go back to doing what the fuck it was she was doing to begin with to make money off of. And my life's none of her business. What I choose to do with it and how I choose to help the missing neighbor that I really know is also none of her fucking business. And she needs to run her own goddamn life, really, in her own back porch. But anyway, instead of being everybody else's intimidating target and doing whatever with witnesses, that's what she needs to fucking do. Anyway, the chaos and misdirection you're sourcing around Summer and Summer's case needs to end. The audacity of Gavel there. Something to behold, ain't it? And then a couple hours later, guess what she decides to do? Narrative, misdirection, lie, discrediting of witnesses around Summer's case. As you just witnessed for yourself. A couple hours after she tells me that I'm doing whatever around Summer, then she has the audacity to push out a lie and a narrative and misinformation to help the very group that is doing what I say around Summer's case. Into Summer's case. Y'all make that make sense. Make it make sense. Anyway, Dobbs himself very many times changed the description on his pictures and stuff if you paid attention, right? He would say, shave my head, did this and that. When he first posted all those, he did say he'd shaved his head and beard off, whatever. I didn't care. I didn't care then. But y'all look at that shit. Okay? Look at it. I don't care who you are. And A, I didn't pay attention to Dobbs. Didn't give a fuck. Because Gavel, who supposedly has watched all my shit and has all the timestamps, never paid attention to me when I said Dobbs is not real high on my suspect list, bitch. Like, he's not even really on there. I'm just saying that the shit he does around Summers' case is funky. Like these pictures. Dobbs has always tried to make himself look like a suspect there if you've been here long enough and know enough about the case. Dobbs has always tried that shit. Dobbs here was the first one to really start pumping out around Summers' case. Before even I came public and was talking about Summer, Dobbs here was brought up on Facebook. People started looking at his Facebook and things, right? And Dobbs started lying and doing weird shit. And changing dates and descriptions of what he was doing on posts exactly like you're posting. Okay? Alright? Including before you all really knew who he was. And we, over in here, locally on Ben Hill stuff, have those original screenshots well before you all did and were aware of him. But Dobbs here inserted himself, was one of the first ones to actually come public. And Dobbs made a good show of trying to make himself look suspect for some reason. None of us still know why. But Dobbs here has made it a habit the entire time of playing pranks on people, putting out misinformation in Summers' case, lying, changing dates, descriptions, privating pics, reposting them, all kinds of shit to make himself look sus. Well before I even came public. Or didn't you know that? And I have always said that Dobbs is not a suspect to me. I do find some shit a little freaky now as it's getting a little weirder and he's come out on YouTube and he's all like, murder in videos. But it, like I've said in those videos, if you're paying attention and got the timestamps, I'm like, it's just him and his fucking stupid stunts. Like the dog and the green eyes shit, right? Although, if you ever pay attention to Dobbs, all of his shit, he followed missing kids cases and is very well apprised of the YouTube universe of here long before I was. He is very much a member of the true crime followers here on Facebook. And all he did prior to Summer missing for eons was travel around, act weird, and post missing children shit. Which is like, yikes, right? So no, I'm not making Dobbs look suspect there. Dobbs has been trying to do that since long before it came public. It was Footprint Guy, a couple of neighbors tried to talk, they got eat. Dobbs here, once public found him, an address, property, sell it, shit. Oh boy. Even Dobbs, before he was actually noticed, was doing the weird games on his Facebook. I'm not sure if you're aware of that, but the rest of us are, though. No, Dobbs has made his own self look suspect, and he's wanted to for some reason. He's played stupid games. Now, I don't know if you also caught my video the other day after he talked to Don B or not, but I was like, man, I was working through it and trying to figure out, I was like, no, all this shit's bullshit, because he leaves out. And then I'm like, oh, here's the aha moment, right? The aha moment for me is I know there's two very major things that took place today that he should have mentioned, and he didn't. So I know everything else is bullshit, so there's no point in me adding it to the puzzle. I know a lot of things he said do not exist and did not happen. See, that's a goddamn difference between being a fucking YouTuber there, Gavel, and being an actual fucking neighbor and a witness and the ones to deal with Dobbs on the fucking 14th. Because you weren't there, sunshine. You don't know the events. You hear him from a freak who was the first online putting out misinformation in Summers' case and making his own self try to be suspicious for some reason to get attention, and now here he is still, and they've only contacted him during, guess what? This cycle to terrorize, eat me. Who's he mentioning the most? I'm a witch, I'm this and that and the other, right? And I'm doing rituals, right? But he never mentions that I was actually calm with him. I'm the one that kept Monster from, like, killing him. That Monster was losing his fucking entire shit on him. He never mentions other things that are truth and fact that day that I know he was part of that are semi-important to Summer's case. Right? But I've always said he's real low on my list. Lately, there's some things happening, but the dude's always played games. He inserted himself after he knew Summer's been. He was changing dates on pictures, doing this here. He's the one that said he had his head shaved. And y'all look at that picture. Look at it. It looks like it's shaved to most fucking people. I never sat and studied it. I didn't care. It was still a drastic goddamn appearance change. Look at that. Days after Summer vanishes. And he posts that to the public shit. Right? Why do that? I don't know, Gavel. You fucking Scooby-Doo. But yes, Jody Sue is trying to make this fucker look like a suspect. No, bitch. He's been trying to make himself look suspect since long before I ever even spoke out publicly about Summer. Maybe you should go back and get the goddamn timestamps. And even the other day, as I worked through what Dobbs was saying, I was like, man, this dude's just played more fucking stupid games. Oh, wait. Nothing he said, because he didn't actually mention the things that he should have mentioned. And it's just another bullshit thing, so Dobbs can do whatever and make some bank and whatever the fuck and blah, 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 and do what Dobbs has been doing since right after Summer vanished and he found out, which is playing goddamn games. Just like his YouTube videos when he first came about the other day. It was him huffing and puffing more than he normally does, and he goes, murderer, murderer. And then a video about the green eyes and shit. No, it is Dobbs trying to make himself look sus there. He has been. He's been playing stupid games, the first to start putting out bullshit in Summer's case and to start fucking shit up. Figure that out, Scooby fucking Doo. Go back and get the timestamps for over and 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 over again. People are like, what do you think about Dobbs? It's like, man, he's fucking something wrong with the dude. He has a definite problem with women. He hit my gut wrong that day, but he's not even really on my list of suspects. So you might want to go back and tell the fucking truth, Scooby-Doo. There, Gavel. Right? You wouldn't know it if it hit you fucking broadside. And please stop worrying about me shining whatever light it is, unless you're playing in the darkness. And how about you take your own fucking advice and stop your chaos and misdirection. You're sourcing around for the very group I just proved that you're, in Summer and Summer's case. It's you that needs to end. You and that group around cases that needs to end. And terrorizing people like myself. Community members, neighbors, witnesses, POIs, police departments, detectives, federal agencies. With your bullshit narratives you put out that create chaos on whatever we choose to say. Right? Because that's really, it's not so much us speaking that does cause chaos in a way. It's what you all do with it that really kicks it in. Your fucking narratives. Exhibit A. The chaos and misdirection that you're sourcing around in Summer and Summerwell's case, right? Huh? That I just proved you were. You're telling me to stop. But then a couple hours later, what do you do? What do you do? Exhibit A. Hell, looks like you're shining enough light of your own on yourself. But But yeah, you might want to go all the entire fucking way back and figure out who's actually making who look like a suspect. Because I've repeatedly said dude's a joke, something wrong with him. He's a freak. Hits my gut wrong. Definitely has a problem with women. Even the cop present on the 14th noticed this shit. Especially when Dobbs was like, oh, my wife stabbed me. But man, I've never even paid enough attention to the dude to give a shit. But most people, and especially since Dobbs himself, in the very first photos for public took much notice or even knew about him, um, said he had shaved his beard and head. But I never had to go look at it because they didn't give a fuck enough about Dobbs to do so. But most people, if they looked at that full on, be like, man, that dude shaved his head. Either way, it should concern everybody that somebody changes their appearance that drastically right after leaving state near a child that has gone missing. I don't give a fuck if it's shaved, shortened, the sides, or whatever. But those are the games Dobbs has been playing in public arena after he knew Summer was missing. He was even out before the footprint guy or any of the rest. That's how quick Dobbs was playing games in Summer's case. Your timestamps, your database, your knowledge of Summer's case, the players in it, what's really been said, facts and data suck, Gabble. Get the whole fuck out of Summer's case. Go back and get the real goddamn timestamps. Do that. Do that. Because you suck at this. I don't even know what the fuck you were doing in cases talking about him and them in court. Because that's how bad you suck at this. The irony and hypocrisy. Y'all remember anybody? Well, you may not. Because even the first day, I mean, literally the first day he realized Summer's missing, he started changing the date and times and shit on the one photo of the hotel and him and Elvis and all that shit. And all that back and forth for weeks to fuck with the public, and so the date would be on it wrong, and they would think he was suspect because he was at the motel at a different time too. And yeah, Dobbs has been fucking around, and the first to do so. I mean, Dobbs has tried to make himself look sus, and even then, none of us taking back. They're like, "What is wrong with this dude? He's a nutbag." But he's not high on my list now. See, here's where it gets weird though. There's this one guy mentioned, and there's some shit. And, the more Dobbs fucks around, especially lately, there's some sus there, but there's another name and a person that would have been around Dobbs that I'm sure the feds or anybody else hold. And then some things he said the other day that might match up, but see, Gabble's not going to have those. But is it Dobbs himself that's Nope. Still not to me. It's fucking hilarious joke. So, and now he's just being used by this, well, same fucking group to come out and call me a witch with all kinds of bullshit and say I'm doing rituals, right? Oh, shit. Alice, I don't know how I accidentally did that, sorry. He still looks like a better. I mean, shaved or not, he's a creepy egg. I mean, that's the reason that night he just hit my gut wrong, dude. And I really did warn him about the kids and shit. Like, And it concerned me enough to go be like, all right, we just want to make sure he's not around the house anywhere, or in the hollows and shit like that, because he really did hit me that wrong. Yes, but suspects being able to take off summer, having strength to, so no. And because of things we know, I think everybody involved thinks this dude's a weirdo, okay? But he has worked hard to make himself look that way, too. On top of him, if you ever ran him in person, which I was, unfortunately, but I'm sure Gabby will tell you that's somehow a lie or something, too. But out of all of them, I spent the most time with Dobbs, unfortunately. It was very unfortunate. So anyway, yeah, the feeling off the dude's not real. Doesn't make your, it does, yeah, mm-mm. No, that's not a good vibe. But anyway, yeah, so, I don't know. But I do know, like, apparently Gavel's unaware that Dobbs is the first to actually make it, like, the first to come out the gates with anything from the community. Which he's not really from the community, but he was the first one online doing anything. And his intended goal within days of Summer Mansion was to make himself look fucking weird as shit. Don't know why, but he was doing so literally within days, and you could tell it was on purpose in a game to him. And pushing out that there's shit, so he was talking about on Facebook and shit. He's wanted that, you know what I mean? And we assumed it was because maybe he was going to try to get people for slander and shit and sue and this and the other and whatever, but he's really done it to himself, like in a way that it was like blatant, right? Uh, like that's what he wanted. He wanted to look suspect. And I always thought it weird, yeah, like he's played it like a game and he wanted himself to be looked at like a suspect immediately. And I'm talking immediately after he knew Summer had vanished. So within 24 hours, and then he starts changing shit on his Facebook and posting shit like it's a game. And then people finally figure out who he is once the land deed goes in, right? And then they're looking at everything. They have then, from then on out, that's when the public starts getting the screenshots and stuff of what he's doing. But we have them earlier than that. So we have things there you all also don't have. And I'm sure the cops do as well. But yeah, he's always done that. And he's continued to play Summer's case like it's a fucking game for some dude that cares about children and missing children's cases and was posting all about him and part of this community before Summer vanished. Whoo, he sure does give a fuck. He's out here playing games in Summer's case too. But suspect, no. Maybe another guy mentioned and some things are some sus there. But what he's doing now is obviously being used by his group to help now, blah, blah. Because he has an issue with women, so of course he'll try to do whatever. I don't give a fuck. He don't like me, I don't care. Point is, that Gabble has no idea what the fuck she's talking about. No, and for human, they'd never met him. They never anything like that. Nope. Nope. But he's always done that. And now he's started the YouTube and all that shit. But he has always done that. He's tried to make himself look suspicious on purpose. And I've been like, man, he's just some sort of weirdo. He is. And instead of being pissed at Andy, who would have, like, literally that day, if I had not, oh dear, would have probably killed him. This is the weirdest shit I've ever seen. First time I've ever seen anything like it. And it was like, holy shit, what is going on? And, Hell, I was trying to be helpful and it was nice. It was firm but nice. And I kept trying to help him. I was like, look, I'll walk you around the property where it's marked off. The lines are already here. The pins are out. All that, Here's the survey map. Here are the papers. Here are the calls. These, everything you'll need, buddy. You can get out of this land sale and not get scammed. Hell, you could go sue him if you wanted to. He wasn't having it. Anyway, but that's been the thing, right? I don't know why he does it, but obviously Gavel's not paying attention and pushing a narrative, though, right? Shit into Summer's case, though, right? And there's the evidence of it, and her hypocrisy and irony and weird shit. Shining fucking light on herself and evidence and tagging the very group I say is up to this shit that she's hanging out with and turned to after they purposely fucked up her database. Guess she didn't see that coming either because she didn't dig or do research on who she was working around, or she can't identify a real criminal when she sees one. Not real sure. After all those court cases she watched and loafed around on couches without being disabled or cancer or anything. I mean, you don't want squash cupcake if you ain't on the computer all fucking day. Doing nothing but inserting yourself around shit you ought not be. I don't know. Go get a real job instead of making money on missing children. Terrorization of witnesses. Witness intimidation. Fucking around with people who want to say shit like, oh, well, we ought to send somebody there to cut the electrical lines to her house. All that shit. Pepperidge Farm members. It's fine though. Sure, that's not really crimes or anything in real active investigations. So anyway, there's the day in a nutshell. So anyway, yeah. Yeah, so, damn it. I might not. But, you know, unfortunately, this will give the drama they seek and the attention they want and whatever, but, you know, rinse, repeat, fucking regurgitate. The only upside is at least this stuff helps people see them for what the fuck they are and keep identifying them and keeps lights on them and, you know, whatever. They can eat and render and tear into whatever the fuck. June bag, as far as we know, like, even the feds were laughing. Real laughter. And we're like, turned that guy upside down until change fell out of his pocket. And, I don't think he'll be back, but they did interview him. I'm sure. These are feds. I'm sure they'll figure it out, you know. Like, everybody thinks he's as goofy as the rest of us do. But, you know. Yeah, Deborah, he has been for, well, he's been here, I think, the day before the cycle fully kicked in with Monster, where they brought him fully out and then it triggered me emotionally and all that shit, and were trying to manipulate me, and then, you know, they got the outburst and a little bit of info, and then it turned into a thing, and there's been some stuff happening in the background, but yeah, I'm fully aware that CM is here. Fully aware. Or that he was. I'm aware. what happened. I don't know about anything to do with CMA and Junebug. I don't know. I just know I had things occurring here, and like I don't want to go into it. So I'm saying, and I won't. So I don't know what the fuck people are saying. He mentioned me. I don't give a shit about that. Not even a little. So I'm gonna stay off that topic for right now. Yeah, I know, Mountain Cat. Little one was like, hell with this, because in just the past little bit I turned it off, as you can see. But anyway, guys. Yeah, this is, responding to these assholes is never good. But at least it keeps lights on them until bigger lights shine soon. And let them do whatever. They want attention, make dollars off my fucking terrorization, pushing out narratives and bullshit and, whatever. Doing the very thing they want you to believe everybody else is, Try to discredit, silence people that they've all harmed in real life, and let them keep committing more crimes. Maybe they can all form a group about it and do a database. Like co-conspirator style here soon. Fuckers. But anyway, it's a good day in my world, and it's going to continue to be. And I'm going to continue to wait for some calls, a call in particular, and then go finish up what I need to do for the day. And Pat, it was just my regular stuff. It wasn't an emergency or anything. And I forgot to take it off. And they'll raise hell about that. These tragedy pimps. They always turning shit and trying to push their fucking narratives. I find it hilarious. These other single moms out here telling me to go attend to my family's needs, and get offline, blah, blah. Y'all realize I got kids too, right? Right? They sit online on more panels than I ever hop. Spend more time online or offline listening to everybody's earbuds in, making their stupid bullshit database and all this for months. Right? Yeah, I'm the one that needs to, and still being this wrong about everything, and not being able to see criminals or anything else. What a waste of fucking time from their own families and children, while they terrorize real people who have already been terrorized enough. and they're helping real criminals do so. And now they themselves have turned into criminals. Maybe they should go back and be more attentive to their family. And y'all see them motherfuckers jump off the panel at 600-700 long. Just shoot shit for kids. You let me know. Take an earbud out all day from listening to other people's shit and everything else, you know, I bet. It's really me that needs to go back to pretending their fucking life. Woo! You'll see me traveling multiple states to go twerk in front of somebody else's missing neighbor's child's face, bro. That I don't know, and then clap and cheer as I hand out party favors that hurt the people that really know that child. Inserting oneself in deep. Should have stayed at home with their own kids. It'd been time better spent. Yep, Pat D, they sure did. Sure did. No matter what they want to say. Sure did. Party favors, bullshit, donations, you know. Mountain cat, I mean, like, Fred, like, I know he wouldn't hurt my kids, you know what I mean? Because he is. Fred's family to my children, right? So I don't have a problem with him, but I don't want my children ever go, like, you know, hang out, do anything like that next door at 110. My children never wanted to play. My daughter was never over there, like, you know, here's Bones over there adopting puppies, signing NDAs. Letting her daughter hang out, whatever the fuck, dude. Hell no. Hell no. But if I was a stranger to the area, would I go up to Fred Hill? Hell no, I would not. Most people know better. But because of hands tied right now, that's what it is. But he would never, you know. Kid. Eva. It appears secretaries and such are missing today, and addresses and everything. That's what you're looking for. And I don't have any opals or stones or anything to shine. No, Annabella, there's not. It's the whatever vent that blows it out and then starts to cool it down. Just got turned on. It's pissed. Deborah, thank you. Anyway, guys, let them eat cake today. Let them spin this bullshit too. But in context, there's no real way around it. They are what they are, and they know it. And people who want to see will see. So, people who care about truth and light and right verses and no drama and actually give a fuck about Summer and all the other children and all the other cases before Summer's, or the ones that will happen after, the ones they're already latched onto right now. And they want this shit stopped so real information can come out, so you all can really follow in a way that's healthy, to where people aren't harmed, hurt, on real life, on things like that, you know. And build a good community where you can trust each other. They'll hear and they'll see the truth. Anyway, guys, I've got to go. So, like always, if you don't care and you want to help Summer, please do share her picture, information, call her by her name. Also, if you don't like what you see happening and occurring around Summer's case and the children before hers and the ones they're latched on to now, mention those cases, right? And the creators you see doing it. Send it in any form. Call local and state reps. Tell them to take it hill. Tell them to make laws, changes for the cases, the children, the victims, the petitos, law enforcement agencies, so this stops. Also, tag the shit out of, contact YouTube any way you can think of, and
they can hear you over that.
they can, and ask them for small changes, like only so many clothing changes, only so many channel name changes. If a creator's channel's taken, they're not allowed a creator type channel again, just like a browsing one. If they get caught with one of somebody else's name, that party's no longer allowed a creator channel either, just a browsing channel. Tell them to start doing what they do on Facebook, which is if they have 200 accounts connected to one device, one gets taken, all of them are lost, right? It'll stop the trolling, scamming, criminal, a lot of the criminal activity, the troll farm, you know, because they can't afford, you know what I'm saying? So, that'll definitely help. And better reporting systems, quite frankly. Hey, but I don't think Deborah was being vague. I'm sure you understood what she meant just fine. Because I'm going to tell you where I look on the left side eye. That's all I'm saying, which is probably the intention, right? During this time period. I don't know. You got something to say, fucking say it. Stop playing games. So anyway, y'all, yeah, whatever, even. Anyway, y'all, I will, talk to you later. I gotta go. Got stuff to do. Let them do as they will. Let them, whatever. The bitches, whatever, today. I may be back later, may not. You never know about me, right? So, but it's a good day here in my universe. You all have good days, evenings, nights in yours. And I will talk to you all later.